Hey guys, welcome back. Orb here, bringing you the first of our PTCGO live content videos showcasing our Rebel Clash set. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. It's been a while since I've been like this upbeat about playing Pokemon, you know what I mean? This is gonna be fun. Of course, no, we'll talk about it more as we get there. But we're gonna be playing Sandaconda because apparently I pulled a bunch of the Sandaconda stuff and that was about it out of my 100 pack opening. If you guys want to see that, that's gonna be on my Twitch channel. The VOD should still be up for sure. But yeah, before we end the video, you guys know the drill. Drop a like if you have not already. Subscribe, share, all that good jazz. If you guys want to see some tabletop matchups, some deck profiles, I have all of that already up on the channel. Usually I like to do like a month before the set releases. I like to just start spamming a bunch of testing videos using these cards. One deck I really wanted to play, but I didn't get a chance to play with Sandaconda. So I'm excited about this one, so don't forget to drop that like. If we can hit 50 likes, we'll probably do another video tomorrow. It's been a while, so I've uploaded a video for those of you guys that know what's going on, a bunch of personal stuff. You can find all that in my Twitter if you're looking for information. But we're gonna get right into this. Today we're playing Sandaconda. So we're playing Sandaconda with what's this card called? Colossus. So it's really interesting. Like, you know me, I don't really like playing stage 2 decks or decks that rely on stage 2 engines, just because, you know, it's stage 2, it's like they're weak. We have some crazy basics and crazy stage 1s and formats that kind of like completely make these decks kind of pointless. But Sandaconda is interesting because Sandaconda can kind of set itself up to where you're not in a rush to set up these engines, right? Now you can set these up eventually, but more importantly, you have like with access to Sandaconda's Sand Eater, which is to accelerate energy to itself, you kind of have like 2 or 3 turns, like probably even like, let's see, turn 1, you attach and you pass, or you attack if you're going second. Turn 2, you attach and then you are attacking with Sand Breath if you're going second, because you should have 3 energies at that point, right? Which means turn 3 is the time you're worried about setting up Colossus, or turn 4 if you are going first, right? So it's super interesting. But for those of you that are new to the channel, I guess I'll just probably explain the deck. Rangaroo, Zigzagoon, and Mewtwo are here because they're part of the Scoop Up Net engine. So Scoop Up Net's a brand new card that lets you pick up a Pokemon from your bench that's a non-V or GX and put it into your hand. You have to discard everything attached to it, right? So the whole idea is that you play these cards that have really good going into play effects. Zigzagoon lets you spread a damage counter, which is kind of relevant because this deck's all about having exact damage counters to knock out babies early with that Sand Eater and then take big knockouts with Sand Breath. So having that excess damage counters from Zigzagoon is pretty big. And then of course Mewtwo being able to put supporters back into your hand by using Mind Report to put them on top of your deck, and then using a Rangaroo to put that card from the top of your deck into your hand. So it's essentially like playing a Versus Seeker, which makes it pretty useful. Of course, we have Diancie to increase our damage output. I don't think there's any other Roly-Colies, right? Did we get one in the first set? No, we didn't. Okay, cool. 70 HP Roly-Coly. So the problem with right now is that Dragapult exists. And Dragapult's ability to put 5 damage counters anywhere does make this kind of scary. I was originally playing this as a 4 count. I might go back up to a 4 count. Beforehand, I was playing 4-4-4, right? I cut it down to 3-3-3 because of how not much of a rush I am to set this up, and also because I've been getting it pretty consistently even with the 3-3-3. If you want to go back to a 4-4-4 because you really want to play like 2 of these down pretty consistently with Dragapult being in the format, Dragapult VMAX, and just put 5 damage counters anywhere it wants, combine that with the Zigzagoon package I was just talking about, and that could be easy knockouts on your Roly-Colies, right? So if you want to play a 2-up count just to try to, or a 4-up count just to try to get down 2 every game you can, I cut out the 1-on-1 line like I mentioned earlier to put in 2 Pokecoms and more energies, because you want to find energies quickly, because Colossus has the ability to put a fire and a fighting energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Once per turn, you may attach a fire energy card, a fighting energy card, or one of each from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. So it's pretty good for accelerating the energy back so your Sandaconda can use its attack again. And of course, you can attack for 130. Only 3 Sandacondas. You could play a 4th one very easily. I only have 3, and I figured deck space was good with just 3 anyways. I'm playing 1 Ninetales V because I think this card is amazing. Ninetales Shapeshifter is ridiculous. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use this attack. We don't have a GX attack in this deck, so we can copy GX attacks. We can copy Zacian's attacks. We can take knockouts on Fire Weak Pokemon with relative ease, as long as they don't have like a frying pan. And even if they do, we're usually hitting them for a bunch of damage anyways. We can copy ADPs early game if we really need to, which is great. just to use its GX attack against it, and then we kind of can put ourselves in a much more even playing field. Of course, it does rely on you setting up a Colossus as quickly as possible, so something to keep in mind. And it has Flamethrower that can hit 180 as well. Dedenne, of course, and then everything else is pretty straightforward as far as the cards go. We are going a full 4 count of Martial Arts Dojo. This is another card that you can cut down to 2 or 3 if you want to, just because I just like finding it as quickly as possible and as often as possible, because that damage buff is super important for damage output. We do have the new Boss's Orders. That is the new Lysander. You can pull up a Pokemon, so we don't need things like custom catchers or Pokemon catchers anymore. You can easily squeeze in a great catcher though if you want more item-based gust. A 4/4 line of Marnie, because we like to be as annoying as possible for our opponent, as well as, you know, be as consistent as possible. 2 Vitality Bands, like I mentioned earlier. If we have Sandaconda, 30 damage, right? Diancie buffs it up 20, so it's now 50 damage. Stadium buffs it up 10, so it's now 60 damage, and then this buffs it up another 10, which is 70 damage, which can knock out Jirachis. We also play the Zigzagoon, so like we just want to hit 70 if we want to knock out Jirachis early game. That's kind of important, right? And then of course, if we do have the buff of 40 instead of 10, we are now hitting 100 instead of 70, right? 100 is not as useful, but when you hit that 220 damage and you buff it up by, what was that, 40, 60, 70 damage, you're hitting 290. Combine that with some Zigzagoon ticks, and you get some Okos on even tag teams if you have enough, like if you have full combo. It's incredibly difficult, but it's all possible. But anyways, that's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of games. And also, shout out to our sponsors, Guardian Gaming. I'm gonna go ahead and get that off the screen now. I'm glad I checked. Yes, our sponsors are the reasons why we have these cards, the reason why you guys won booster boxes, and the reason why every video, if you leave a comment, as well as a like, and if you're subscribed, because I can check now based off your comments if you're subscribed. I have some people who I have hilarious bots that are just like, that comment every day, like, great video, let's be friends. I'm just like, cool, buddy. Or like sub for sub, but I know they're not sub now. It's hilarious. But anyways, yeah. Now let's go ahead and try to find some games. It's been a while since I played on the ladder. We did like a few handful of games. We're playing like a disruption-based Sandaconda. That was playing things like Crushing Hammers and Team Yell Grunts. I just really wanted to play with Sandaconda because it has a bunch of good tools, and the fact that you're not like pressured to set up a Colossus immediately does kind of give you a little bit more like leniency as far as the gameplay goes, right? This hand is not bad. We can dump energies early, which is good. We can pick up the Zigzagoon, and I want to get Sandaconda just so I can attach an energy right now, but at the same time, I'm probably going to draw into an energy. Ooh, and then Absol becomes a much weaker card because we have access to cards like Supernet. This deck does not have things like Switch, though. Switch is not as necessary because you have Scoop Net, but it's pretty strong if you're looking to switch out your active Sandaconda, because that is definitely a problem sometimes. So something to keep in mind. It looks like we're playing against Frostmoth, probably with all the new Water Bucket cards, or Capacious, I think is what the card was called. We found that out during stream too. Capacious Bucket. It means a bucket with like a lot of space or something like that. But how have you guys been? Let me know in the comments down below. I know it's been difficult out there now lately. It's been real difficult for me too, so I understand completely. So hopefully all you guys are doing okay. Hope all of you guys are safe, are happy. I want you guys to be happy. I wouldn't wish sadness on my worst enemies, trust me. I hope my opponent would move faster. I don't want him to be sad, but I definitely want me to be happier. I want him to move. ADP, interesting. Okay, so ADP with Frostmoth. There's an Absol in the active. Absol in the active kind of sucks for my opponent. Let's see if they play down Dedenne. This deck is also good for like really just sniping Dedennes. For 1 energy, you usually can't do it with 1 energy. Ooh, that's a really nice top deck actually. This is actually good because it lets me grab things like Oranguru. And I want to put that rare candy back on top, which is why I want to grab Oranguru. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab Oranguru. Let me discard the fire. Grab Oranguru. Let's check how many of each thing I have. I have a 3/3 line of Colossus, 3 rare candies. So I just want to make sure I constantly have like the pieces in my hand. So I'm actually gonna grab the Oranguru here. I'm gonna use Oranguru to put the rare candy back on top. Hopefully we don't top deck anything great. Or if we do, we top deck like a basic. Okay, that's really good actually, because now I can attach this with no concerns. Pick up the Zigzagoon, put this active. We can knock this out actually. Do I want to put damage on it? Does that matter? No, the damage won't matter. Unless, yeah, the damage won't matter here. I'm actually gonna put this damage on, let's put it on this, because this thing's gonna become active at some point anyways. If I can get Diancie down, or Vitality Band plus Stadium, we take a knockout here. So we have the Stadium. We don't really need the Stadium right now, so I'm not gonna play it. But I will play Diancie. I want to get the Cole down, but taking a free prize early sounds really good as well. So let me go ahead and get the Cole Boy. I mean, I can't use Rangaroo again because I did. Yeah, let me get the Cole Boy down. No, I mean not Cole Boy, Diancie down. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Just because taking an easy knockout here sounds wonderful. You know what? I actually am gonna play the Stadium down because if he plays Swell, he'll play the Swell. We'll both lose Stadiums, and then I'll be able to play another Stadium just in case. I do play 4 Stadiums, so I'm actually not too worried. Let's go ahead and take a knockout here. I hit 120. Apparently I did my math wrong. Oh, because I have the Stadium. Never mind. That's why I hit 120. So now, as you can see, we're just one attachment away from taking a knockout, and he's playing ADP. So if I didn't get the Call Boy down. I saw Ninetales was prized, so I didn't bother. But now that we have the Ninetales, we can't really do much unless he leaves this active. I might just bench the Ninetales anyways because we already have like 2 Fire Energies down there, so we can easily set this up if we get a Cold Boy down. So I'm gonna try to get down a Cole. What's it, Roly Coly? I think it's what the Pokemon's name, dude. My girlfriend, or my ex-girlfriend now, she took my Switch, so I haven't played Pokemon in a long time, which is fine. If you guys know, she's the one who bought me this computer, and we had a really rough breakup. Like completely out of nowhere kind of breakup, because we've never been the type to argue or like, you know, close each other out. But like after whatever, I don't want to talk about this, but it's fine. After the miscarriage we had, because she was pregnant and now she had a miscarriage, she spent 2 weeks with her other family, not her other family, quote unquote, with her aunt and uncles, or just her aunt at this point, and like, you know, we didn't see each other for a while, and then like one day she just told me she wanted to break up, which is rough because we've been dating for like a year and a half, and it came out of nowhere. But she took my Switch because she bought me this computer. She said it's payback. What do I want to do here? I don't know. I want to play the Mewtwo down so I can play support of this turn. I only have research, so it looks like I'm dumping this hand. Alright, that's fine. Is there anything I want to keep? I guess I want to keep the rare candy again, right? Unless I want to reuse the Zigzagoon here, because we can attack it for like 2. I mean, we're not going to take a knockout because of that dude on the bench. I think I will just attach though. I could use this dude twice for sure. So let me try that. For now, let's get research back. But then again, I could just pick up something and toss it because I really want space for a Carkol. So I think I'm gonna do that instead. Let me put the rare candy back. Let me toss the Mewtwo because Zigzagoon is always useful, but Mewtwo, like at this point in the game, we're probably gonna draw a bunch of supporters the rest of the game, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we need Mewtwo for the rest of the game. We got our Coal Boys, we have rare candy, so we have everything set up for next turn, and we can play down our Stadium again just to make sure he doesn't get Stadiums. And boom, big boy damage. He can hit me for 180 next turn, but he won't be taking a knockout, and I can just poke him for a knockout next turn. So this is what I mean, like we don't really need the Carkol immediately to do good stuff, right? This sucks, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna want to shuffle our deck or draw a Pokemon or something. That was really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But we just have to poke it for knockout anyway, so it's not like the end of the world. So he's playing the Milotic version. I really don't like Milotic, guys. At first I thought this deck was cool, but because you have the disruptive elements of Galar Mind and Absol while also taking big knockouts. But with like with what's it called? Can't remember the name. With Scoop Up Net being a card, those cards become a lot weaker. Like even though like you're gonna have those big swing turns, and this still might win, by the way. All I have to do is knock out one Milotic though, and I win the game. And Milotic's retreat cost gets increased too, right? Yeah, so it's gonna have a 4 retreat cost. So if I copy its attack with Ninetales, how much am I hitting it for? for knockout, so that's hilarious. So I'm gonna set up Ninetales. Yeah, I'm gonna totally set up Ninetales. That's actually really funny. Let's see if I can find a Pokemon here. I don't really need this Vitality Band for any reason. At least I don't think so, right? 30, 50, 60. It has right now plus 30 HP, so it should only have 310. I'm hitting it for 60, right? 30, 50, 60. So I should be fine. I don't really need this Vitality Band. Everything else in my hand is pretty good, so I don't want to lose it. Research is good as well. In fact, I'm probably going to lose this hand just to play Research, but it's probably worth. I'm actually going to attach here, and I'm going to try to set up Carcoal. It's unfortunate that I didn't get a chance to shuffle my deck, but we'll just draw some cards. If we get another Pokecom, we can shuffle that way as well. Speaking of which, no rare candy in hand still, but like I said, I do want to shuffle my deck, and I haven't shuffled it yet. So let me actually put the Roly-Coly back, because I can use Sandaconda to attack, just to get Carcoal into my hand, or I could just get anything else, because I'm probably just going to Research. So let me just grab another, actually, because I'm probably going to Research next turn, which can potentially set up a Carcoal for game. So I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to grab this instead. We know that we have none of our pieces prized, so we're just going to go ahead and Sand Eater for knockout. Take 3 prizes and knock out my Lodic for game, ideally. And if you like gust this up for whatever reason, we can knock it out with that for game, as long as we draw an energy card. Worst case scenario, he like stamps me down to 2, which is still like me shuffling my deck. I still have access to like a bunch of Marnies and 2 Research, I think. Yeah, 2 Research and all 4 Marnies. So we should be okay. And once again, I don't want to play my Stadium down because I want to take a knockout with Ninetales this turn. But I could also like not take a knockout with Ninetales, you know what I mean? We have 1 Fire Energy down here, right? Yeah, as long as we have 1 Fire Energy, as long as we can get the Carcoal going, we should be good. Yeah. The problem, no, I don't lose the game. Boy, man, I do, because he GX attacked, right? This is going to be very difficult, very scary. Because I'm kind of like going all in, right? How many Flippy Boys do I have? I have 2 Scoop Up Nets. What's my safest play then? I think, because like I could play Sandaconda and attack with that, but I would need a flip, right? So at least if I go into this, I have a few outs, this and this, but no matter what, it relies on me getting Carcoal, but this won't lose me the game. And I have to Research, so this is a really scary turn. Okay, we top deck this, but we don't have a Pokemon. So we're probably gonna have to put that back. Let me bench this, because that's probably gonna be another attacker. I need to find Scoop Up Net now, though. This puts Carcoal back. I can bump the Stadium and attack with this, but that's not gonna be game. So this is a really rough turn. I can't play the Stadium down, as we've discussed. So let me put the Rare Candy back. This is really scary. Yeah. I mean, we are technically 1 card deeper into the deck. I'm trying to think what's the best out here. I guess attaching the Sandaconda. Because no matter what, I need to Scoop Up Net. If he has Boss's Orders, he wins the game as well. I already lost my my Reset Stamp. So, okay, we got this. So I think we're good. No, we don't have Scoop Up Net, so we're not good. I lost. I was really relying on getting Scoop Up Net though, but I didn't even know if we had enough Scoop Up Nets left. Yikes. Okay, I think I just lost. I think I threw, but I don't know. I don't know if I made the wrong play or not. Maybe I should have just trusted in the fact that I barely had any cards left, so I would have drawn this no matter what. I think I just didn't have enough faith. I think that's what happened, which is unfortunate. Yeah, because I can't do anything now. We had another Scoop Up Net. Ah, dang. Well, if he has the Boss's Orders, he wins, but if he doesn't have it, we're safe, which is good. Let me grab the Dene just in case. Yeah, this is a 3 retreat cost Pokemon right now. So the most I can do is Tar Generator. Yeah, because even if I did, even if I did like put down the stadium, I would have had the attachment. I still would have been able to retreat, but I wouldn't have been able to attack unless I manually attached here. So maybe instead of attaching the Sandaconda, I should have attached the Zigzagoon, but then I wouldn't have been able to take a knockout because I wouldn't have been able to use 9 Temptations for knockout. So we'll see if he has the boss's orders. If he has it, he wins, but if he doesn't have it, then we win. So that's pretty cool. Whiffing that scoop up now was pretty bad though, I'm not gonna lie. We definitely had really good control of this game too, so it's a shame that we lost. Or we could lose. He hasn't gone that deep into his deck yet, but he also hasn't seen any boss's orders yet either, so he's only halfway through his deck. So if he plays like 2 or 3, and this deck doesn't have a lot of space, as you can tell, like you're playing a bunch of energies now. Also you're playing Frostmoth on top of your ADP package. He's also playing Guzmahalas and stuff and Aurora energies, so his deck is really limited on space. So yeah, there's Guzmahala, so he should be good actually. Unless he plays a Fion, but then I'll just pull up like Karkol or Oranguru or something. But his stadium's gonna lose him the game, which is excellent. And if he does take a knockout, I can just use the Dene. If he doesn't take a knockout, I can just manually attach, do the Karkol shenanigans. I still have a Fire Injury down there, right? Alright, cool. There's a Big Charm. That's actually pretty big. Oh, that's scary. A Big Charm actually is annoying. Because now I can't take a knockout with Ninetales, which means we're looking to take a knockout with Sandaconda now. So I'm hoping he takes a knockout this turn so I can use the Dene and try to find my stadium. I should have 1 more left in the deck. I don't remember if it was prized or not though, so. But Sandaconda can hit big damage. Right now it can hit 240. I didn't attach a Vitality Band to it. I definitely should have. There should be 1 more left in the deck. This has a high retreat cost. This also has a high retreat cost. Everything has a high retreat cost, but I'm not taking a knockout with Ninetales anyways. Unless this thing also works on itself. So right now it has a 4 retreat cost, so I'm hitting it for 210 damage, which is not enough, so we have to take a knockout with Sandaconda. Literally just looking for, do I even take knockout right now? I only hit 240 and it has 240, so that's knockout, right? I think that's already knockout. So yeah, because it only has 240 HP. Unless I'm missing something. I hit 210, 220, plus 20 more damage. Just for fun though, we're gonna see if we can hit higher damage. Just for fun. This should be game though. There's a Scoop of Net and there's this as well. So we'll just go ahead and hit maximum damage. There we go, that's GG's. So we did get lucky he didn't have the boss's orders for sure. For absolute sure. But we took the knockout, we took the game regardless. There's the last Scoop that was prized, of course. Anyways, moving on. Check your prizes, kids. That also helps with the having more confidence in your plays. If I knew I had a Scoop that prized, I probably would have gone the whole leaving my dude active and just hoping. Although it is literally like I lose the game if I don't get this kind of card. But I would have had the same odds of drawing a stadium than I would of having a Scoop of Net, which would have at least given me a retreat option. So, yeah. Yep. Am I playing against a friend? I think I saw a friend name. No, I didn't. Never mind. I thought I saw Native Ryan. Alright, we'll play 1 more game and we'll call it a video. But as you can see, this is like one of the few engines I actually don't mind because of Sandaconda being the main attacker. This opening hand though, not a big fan. Not a fan at all. Could get donked. Potentially have the ability to get donked. Alright, let's see if we can draw out of this. So it's a 2 retreat cost, so it's going to be stuck here unless we find a net boy. Mew and opening hand is terrible, so we'll just pass. This sucks. Alright, let's see what happens. Of course, when you're playing rare candies, Colossus, high counts of stadiums, you are playing a lot more dead cards. So combos become a lot more difficult. My opponent is chilling here with the Mew in the active and looking at me like I just did something wrong. What's he put? Ooh, Behemoth item lock with Wheezing Spread. Okay. Well, then I want to set up. But also, I don't think I'm going to play Colossus at all. Does he just get knockout? No, he doesn't get knockout, right? He's only spreading 2 damage. Right? So then, yeah, he's not taking knockout here. We have a bunch of research in our hand. We're probably gonna play Marnie though, just to make my opponent's hand smaller, depending on how big their hand is at the end of this turn. This is definitely gonna be bad. I can item lock my own opponent. Maybe. Sandaconda top deck is pretty good. I could retreat, but then I'm not attacking. I would like to attack this turn. Stadium down, and we'll just research. It's fine. Yeah, I just want to draw as much as possible at this point. Get as many items played as possible. I guess we can play a Ranguru here. Let's discard the fire while we can, because I want to try to draw into the scoop up net. I could also just play the Dene. It's probably better, honestly. I'm gonna play the Dene. Yep. Losing 2 rare candies is terrible, so I'm gonna use a Ranguru now. Just to put one of those rare candies back, because if he doesn't get the item lock turn 2, then we should be okay. But I really want to get a scoop up net here, so let's do this. Probably should have no, this is fine. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Probably should have grabbed the Dene second, but this is fine. This means I can pick you up, get some another energy in the discard pile, which is good. I can play you down again, and we'll Dene here. And we have a bunch of rare candies again. This doesn't matter. This hand's pretty bad, but at least we can... It's actually kind of scary, because if he does item lock me next turn, all these cards are dead. So I'm gonna pick up a Ranguru now just to reuse his ability. Because I would really like to draw a supporter. Put rare candy back. Yikes, okay. Things are going to be bad, but we can at least take a few knockouts. If we can get some zigzags, we can maybe reuse them to knock out Mew. Behemoth's going to get shuffled back into the deck, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Behemoth's 3 energy, so that new twin energy doesn't help it that much. But item lock is pretty bad. Pokédoll is not as big of a deal. We have good old boss man here to deal with that. We can easily take an Oko on that next turn, which is probably what I'm going to do, because I want to take as many prizes as possible. Yeah, I think I'm just going to boss's orders this. If he pulls up the doll. If he doesn't pull up the doll, I'm going to hold this hand and just bump it again with Sand Eater. He's giving me Jirachi. Unless he has a way to retreat it. He's just giving this to me, and I can knock out Jirachis. I just need my board. It also I also need to get prizes as well, so there's that. We'll see. Another Cynthia. He doesn't have anything set up. If I had 60 damage, if I was able to do 60 damage, things would be super nice right now. Let me put this back on top because I don't want it. And fire energy. Okay, so here's where having too many energies is proving to be a problem. Knocking out Jirachi just sounds good, even though I'm losing a bunch of energies in the process. But then I could just knock out Oricori and he won't draw 3 cards. So I think that's better, honestly. I also need prizes now. I just hate that I'm losing a boss's orders before I'm gonna do shenanigans. Before I have to play around the doll. But I really want to knock this thing out, so we'll do that now. I don't need more energies. I am playing oh my goodness. I said I'm playing a high amount of energies, but this is kind of ridiculous. I'm playing a high amount because you need to find them as quickly as possible, because attaching is really important. Now though, I'm thinking about cutting them down a little bit. This is a tad bit absurd. And we know our top deck is just rare candy unless he Marnies me. Roxy's are annoying if I don't evolve quickly, but they shouldn't be that bad. If he item locks me, it's whatever, but I'm definitely not going to get out Big Boy if he items lock me, which is fine because once again Sandaconda is self-sufficient with his Sand Eater attack. But I'm not going to be able to item lock or reset stamp as well, which is something I do want to do. But he can't do this every turn. He's not at that point of the deck yet, so we might be okay. I do need more attackers down. for sure though. I don't have enough attackers yet. Okay. He's gonna hit me for 90. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh boy. Luckily it's a 3-shot, and he's only taking 2 prizes from 3 attacks, which is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's really good for me. Top decks, of course we know what it's gonna be. Oranguru, hook me up with something nice and spicy. You know what, that is what I asked for earlier, so I can't even be upset. Now the question is, I don't play Fion, so I don't have a way to really play around this Pokédoll right now. So I think I'm just gonna bump it, but then again, I'm probably not gonna find another energy. So I think I will just attach, because I was thinking like I could attach to a different Pokemon just to set up its attacks, but I don't think I'm gonna find another way to attack. Whap down is not enough to deal with. This is a tough turn. Because I don't want to attach to my Sandaconda. So I don't think it's going to do anything. But if I find Diancie and Vitality Band, but even Vitality Band won't be enough, I'd have to find Zigzagoon. So I think... No, I think I still have to attach here. There's nothing really to set up right now. Otherwise I'd be like full game. Ninetales can't copy any decent attacks. But at least we have a game now. So we'll just Sand Eater here to get rid of this. If we get a boss orders, I am playing 3, so I can find them more often. I still have access to Mewtwo, assuming did I discard it in this game or the last game? Okay, last game. So if I can top deck Mewtwo as well, that can give me a boss's orders to play around just to take more prizes. He also needs to find, of course, Behemoth this turn. What is this? What is this card? Trying to punch. Okay, never mind. Not a big deal. He already 2 KO this, 2 KOs this, and we can just bump that, so not a big deal. Alright, we should be safe there. Titan Liza is here. Another Pokédoll, which is buko annoying, but we'll deal with it. He's not item locking me this turn, which is huge, which gives me a chance to use Colossus. That's not a Colossus, and I don't want to bench it. So let me go ahead and bump the stadium now. I think I put the Red Candy on top and try to find Colossus, honestly. This is another attacker. This is the only reason why I'm benching it, because I don't think it's a good attacker in this matchup. Let me do Wisdom first. So if I get Mewtwo or Giovanni's Scheme off this, that could be really nice. But I think I'm just going to research here. Okay, Fighting Energy. Flamethrower is an attack I can use. I only discard 1 energy off Flamethrower, so it's a more consistent attack that still take Okos. So I think I will just do that then, and we'll research. See if I find Rare Candy and Colossus. Yeah, I mean, we got it, kind of. What do I want to lose? Oh, I want the Vitality Band for sure. Everything else in my hand is really important, though. How many stadiums have we gone through? We have gone through just 1, 2. So we should be okay discarding 1 stadium. Then again, he could shuffle back stadiums. This is a really tough game. Let me get Colossus while I can, though, and use my items while I can. I'm probably going to have to reuse this. Oh, I need to grab any basic, that's right. Now we'll grab Colossus. That's how this works. Okay, that's how Pokemon works. And we will go ahead and Rare Candy. So now we have infinite attacks that matter. Just go ahead and use that now while I can. Ninetales is ready to go. Yeah. While I have items, let me pick up a Oranguru, and I'll attach Vitality Band later. Then again, yeah, I can't put myself to a 0 card hand. Let me just do this now. Even though I want to use my items while I can. Maybe I should have just saved it. Sand Eater. Alright, let's see what we can do. Now Colossus can give us a little bit more free reign in case we need to retreat. Colossus is also an attacker in its own right. more Roxy shenanigans. How are we gonna win this game? If he item locks me, like I don't think we can lose anymore because I think our board is set up. Once he runs out of dolls, and if he can't do anything about it, then we should be okay. If he puts enough damage, no, he's not gonna take a knockout. He needs to run out of dolls first. He doesn't have a way to recur them so far. I need to get a boss's orders too. If I can top deck a Mewtwo, that could be nice. If he doesn't item lock me, if I can get a, like a quick ball, I can also do that. So I have a few top decks, but like we know what our top deck is going to be, but so it wouldn't even matter that much. But we do take a knockout here, which is good. I'm gonna touch Vitality Band now. Just research for now. I don't want to deck out either, so I gotta be careful. There's Mewtwo, so it's gonna be good. We have boss's orders, Mewtwo in hand. Okay, everything is kind of set for now. Another one of you is good. How many of these dudes do we have left? We have one scoop up net left. So I'm not gonna bench anything yet because I might want to reuse scoop up net. Let me use a Oranguru while I can though. If I get scoop up net off this, that's another prize. No, I didn't. Okay, that's fine though. I'm afraid of Marnies, which is why I want to bench stuff. Because Marnies are going to be pretty rough, but like I think we'll be okay. Right now we don't have Diancie down, so we're not taking a knockout without using Sand Breath. But we're we're fine. I can just attach and use Sand Breath. Should have attached Fire, but it's fine. Yeah, we're good. 3 more prizes. We have pretty much 2 of them in hand, assuming he doesn't Marnie me. So, or like reset stamp. So we just have to take 1 prize regularly, which if we can get a scoop up net and he doesn't item lock me, we can take that prize through Mew, which is why I was really hoping to find which is why I was really hoping to find that stamp, that scoop up net that turn, because if he item locks me, it's gonna be a lot more difficult to pull that off. I would need 1 free turn, and he can still take prizes, but it's gonna be a lot more difficult for him to take a lot of prizes. He played a lot of Roxys. He played how many Roxys has he played so far? He did Palpad though, so never mind. He put a bunch of Roxys back, but he's played 3 dolls so far. One of them's on the bench, which he can retreat to, and I can pull up one of the babies, assuming he attacks me with this turn. I'm assuming he's gonna attack me with this, which won't take a knockout. So we're actually in an amazing position. So this deck's already showcasing its stuff. I was hoping to play against something like ADP. ADP is definitely a harder matchup because they OHKO you, but you can OHKO them if you set up quickly. And once again, Ninetales is really, really big in that matchup, especially if you can set up really quickly and use their GX attack. Then all I have to do is knock out 2 Pokemon. Another Roxy. It's gonna be spreading even more damage. Does that put me in range? No, it doesn't. He's still 10 short from range. So unless he plays like a Zigzagoon right now, we should be good. But even if he does somehow take a knockout, we still got 2 more Sandacondas in hand, Ninetales that can attack. We just have to pull something up, or we can just attack with Flamethrower, of course. So those are all 4 Pokédolls down now. So he's gonna item lock me here, but I'm gonna pull something up. The only problem now is that Reset Stamp exists. So if he does stamp me, it's gonna be annoying. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think we just, he's probably gonna take a knockout with the dude. So assuming he's gonna take a knockout next turn, I'll start setting this one up. Yeah, we'll start setting this one up. Definitely should have attached a Fire Energy for sure, but we're fine for now. This boss's order up somebody. Sure. Come here, buddy. Let's use the Wisdom on the Sandaconda. More energies, big surprise. And let's take a knockout. Vitality Band does not matter. I was really hoping it would be something that matters. Alright, let's see if he gets another knockout here. He has pretty low hand sizes. He should have plenty of ways to get energies, plenty of ways to draw cards. And he is spreading damage, so he's taking a knockout right now with the shenanigans I was talking about. 2 prizes as well. So it looks like he's good now. He's good with item locking, which means we are very limited on time to win this game. So I have to be careful there. Man, I really wish I found that scoop up net at the right time. If we can play a Marnie though, that could help a bunch. We only have 1 left, so we gotta find it. This is good though. If he doesn't play down another one, then we can pull. Oh, this is gonna be good actually. If he doesn't play down another Elgium right now, we should just have it. Because we're gonna attack this one, then he won't be item locking me for 1 turn, which means I have to fight Scoop Up that turn just to win I mean, I don't really need to find it, but it'd be nice to find it. And he puts that back in the deck, which is pretty handy. Okay, yeah, we can just knock that one out real quick. Dump the stadium. Play the dude. Boss Zord's on top. Pick it up. Boom. Beautiful. Come to me. And that should kind of solidify game for us. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just attach that fire energy I was talking about. And Sand Breath. Because now we won't be item locked here. Actually, I probably should have just got rid of a... That's fine, we have the fighting in hand, never mind. Let's see what this is. Colossus, not useful. Yeah, we can just attack something next turn. Or we can top deck Scoop Up Net and just win the game there as well. Or we could get another Boss's Orders, because we should have one more left in the deck, and that's going to be it. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a 41-minute video just playing 2 games. Man, this is why Pokemon sucks, even though I love this game so much. These videos are too long. We only played 2 games. Then again, I did have a longer deck profile than I usually do. I'm probably going to try to cut out. Maybe I'll do the like Azul approach and just start cutting out between the games. But we'll see. Let's go over the deck one more time and talk about what I like and don't like I usually do. This is my first, it's not my first time. I was doing a bunch of test hands and test games earlier. My first time playing on the ladder. So that was fun. I like the deck. I think 3 Boss's Orders is good. I think everything else is fine. I don't see any major problems I'm having with the deck. I did mention earlier how maybe playing a switch could be useful, or playing higher counts of this is nice. Cards you can easily cut, like we mentioned earlier. You don't really need the reset stamp. You can cut down some energies because we definitely had fun finding way too many energies. I do like 3 fires. Maybe you can cut down to 10 or even 9 fighting, but once again, because your attack is a fighting energy, you really want to find the energy as quickly as possible. You want to play the basic energies too, because of Colossus. You want to make sure you can accelerate those energies from the discard pile. You want to play a bunch of wasted discard cards, which is why we're playing the 4, and high counts, because you want to get them to the discard pile as quickly as you can. We're not playing anything else that are bench sitters like Jirachi, just because, you know, our bench is really full, as you can tell. I think that's it. I know people are talking about playing things like Giant Bomb just to help you in the matchup versus things like ADP and other hard-hitting decks. You could play that over the Vitality Band. That kind of puts a lot more pressure on Zigzagoon if you do that, because then you have to find Zigzagoon and knock out things like Jirachi in the active. But which means you have to find Diancie, Stadium, and Zigzagoon, right? As opposed to Diancie, Stadium, and Zigzagoon or Vitality Band. You know, that gives you a lot more outs because Quick Ball is those outs, but you'll really want to find Diancie. Which is okay, I guess. You could probably play like 2 counts of Zigzagoon if you want to do that, just because if you end up discarding one early, you kind of... That's one thing I've been noticing with the Scoop Up engine. When you're playing a one-of all these Pokemon, prizing becomes a problem and discarding becomes a problem. So if you want to play 2 of counts of Pokemon, or even things like Fishing Rod, Ordinary Rod, those are options as well. But that's from the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You guys know the drill. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.